What is going on, guys? Sonic and the Bean Show here. Today we're looking at the brand new Boyfriend Nendoroid figure by Good Smile Company. I'm sure some of you are very familiar with this game, but if you aren't familiar with this, it is the main character Boyfriend from the rhythm game called Friday Night Funkin'. I played a little bit of this game, but for the most part I just watched someone play it instead. I do like it though, which is why I was interested in getting the figure. So let's go ahead and go over the packaging so you do get a nice glamorous shot of the figure and all the accessories inside. But at the top we get the Friday Night Funkin' logo, Good Smile Company, the product number right here, and then a shot of the Boyfriend Nendoroid. Here is the top of the packaging, and then here is the bottom. Here's the side right here. I really do like the graphic art they got going on here. It's pretty unique. So we got some more shots of the figure that you can see. There's some more information down there. And that is the box right there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this figure out of the packaging and take a closer look. Alright, so here's a closer look at the figure out of its packaging right here, and I gotta say I am like really impressed on how well this guy came out. And I think it's just because Boyfriend already has like that chibi style to like the character design, and it like fits perfectly here in Nendoroid form. But man, they did a really good job capturing this guy. Now before I start, I do want to say I do apologize if you guys hear any noise going on in the background. It's like storming really hard outside. But man, this just captures Boyfriend so perfectly here. Like it just looks so great. It just looks like Boyfriend just came out of the screen, and this is like him in like action figure form. And I gotta say, this guy's actually really small, you know. So like here's a size comparison real quick. So here's like the Sackboy Nendoroid from Little Big Planet, and yeah, you can see this guy is really small. Like, you know, he's not going to be just the average height of like, you know, any other like standard Nendoroid. He is going to be a lot smaller here, and I think they did a really good job, you know, again capturing that size of Boyfriend right here. But man, this figure looks amazing. So the paint job is what I'm really liking here. The paint job on the hat, I love the hair sculpt of like the hair just kind of coming out of the hat right here, especially like this front one coming out of the cap. That looks nice. I love the interchangeable faces that I'm going to show up pretty soon, but this one right here is the neutral one that you're going to get out of the box. You do got the prohibited sign on his white t-shirt, and I love the details on like the baggy pants they did here. And they actually got these pockets sculpted on like this because there's actually an interchangeable hand to where it looks like he got his hand in his pocket. So I'm going to show that off pretty soon. And I like how the shoes is kind of like outwards like this in a way. Like, I don't know, I'm really liking it so far. I think my only gripe with it is just the cut between the legs to make the leg joints, really, you know, just to give the legs like, you know, the articulated joints right there to move them. So that's, you know, it's not gonna look the best really because of that cut. You're gonna have to just like have his feet forward to kind of block it, but it is still there. But you know, Boyfriend doesn't really have like long legs or anything, so there's not much else they could have done. Yeah, I'm really liking this guy so far. So for the articulation, of course, the neck is really just on a ball hinge. Not a whole lot of movement. I mean, you know, it can go up just about up here and then down, you know, down about there. So it's good for like looking down, but up, it's okay. You know, I think it's just mainly because of the way how the hair sculpt is, so that's probably gonna limit it to look anymore. But you also do get a head turn out of that. You get a, well, you do get a rotation to the arms. This arm is just a little loose, it wants to tend to pop out, but there is a rotation to the arm. There is no elbow joints, but you get a swivel out of the wrist right there. Like I mentioned, there is leg articulation. It is pretty limited, so let me actually show that off real fast. But for, you know, to kick forward, not so much, and then to kick back, you're only getting about there. And you know, again, the joint looks pretty ugly, the way how it separates the pants. Yeah, again, this arm just keeps popping off really, but yeah, the joint doesn't look the best for the pants. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, for me, I wouldn't even care if he didn't have leg articulation. I don't think it was really needed, especially if there's not like really a whole lot of range, and it's not like there's any poses for him to like put his leg up or anything like that. So you know, you got that. But there is a swivel. You're really just swiveling like just the, you know, that leg really. It's not like you're really swiveling the ankle because the shoe is like molded onto the pants. And that's pretty much the articulation for boyfriend right there. So yeah, it's really just the way how the, you know, the cut is to the pants. So if you want to hide that, you're gonna have to just put his legs up like that. And it's not like it's gonna like have a hard time for the figure to stand. Like, he is still able to stand. So if you want to like hide that cut, you're gonna have to just, you know, do that. But even from the back side, it doesn't look the best. Alright, now let's go over the accessories. Now for your accessories, you are getting 2 extra interchangeable faces. There is one where he's basically like singing, but then there's more of like a surprise face, which this one is actually pretty cool. I do like this one. You have 3 extra interchangeable hands. So there is one where he's giving you like the peace sign. There's like an open hand, and then there's like basically a mic holding hand for the microphone, which is nice. And then there's 2 extra interchangeable arms. So there's one where like the elbow is slightly bent, but then there's another one where you can have it to where like it looks like his hand is in his pocket. And I do like that one. This is probably my favorite one. I can see myself using this for the most part when displaying this figure. Now these other accessories I definitely do like. So you have like these arrow icons that you can use, and then like this text plate that says sick, and you can actually put these on, you know, the display stand for your figure. That also has like the support arm for the figure as well to do some posing if you want. And then you have, of course, like the extra you know, the extra peg for the neck. So that is pretty much the accessories right there. Now I do want to show off, of course, how to interchange, as I always do. So of course you just pop off, well, you really just grab it on the top hat right there, and then the face, you know, interchange that. So put whatever faces you want. Again, that storm is like crazy right now outside, but you have that. Put this in his hand, and there you go. So then I'll take this one off, and then I'll show you how this looks when I interchange this arm. And look at that. See? So that's how it looks. You just gotta close it in a little bit more to make it look like his hand is in his pocket. I know this isn't really the right arm, because obviously you know, this would probably be better if I use this one, the bent arm. But I just wanted to give you an idea of how that looks. But you know, look at that. Got the head turned and leaning like that. Okay, so that is going to wrap up this review on the Boyfriend Nendoroid figure from Good Smile Company. I personally think it's a great representation of Boyfriend in action figure form. I really love the paint apps on this guy. It's bright and colorful. I don't really seem to see any bad paint marks or smudges anywhere. The sculpt on this figure is pretty great too. I will say I wish they kind of slimmed down the torso a little bit, because it does make it look like he has a big belly. And I know that he's supposed to be like slouching in a way to where he's poking out his stomach, but here on the figure it looks like he's standing a bit straight, but at the same time he has a gut sticking out as well. And I'm sure it was probably difficult trying to capture that style in figure form, since, you know, they had to add in the articulation and still maintain the size of the figure. But regardless of that, Good Smile Company did a fantastic job on this guy. So if you're a fan of Friday Night Funkin', I definitely recommend picking this up. I bought mine from the Good Smile Company website. If it's sold out on their site, you might be able to still get it on Big Bad Toy Store. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next video. Take care, my friends.